Chapter 5 of The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer. It's called Infinite Energy. And it's the very beginning of part 2 of the book, which is titled Experiencing Energy. And this is a really fun chapter. It talks about our inner energy. And he starts off by saying the Western world doesn't give a lot of airtime to our energy centers, or even just the flow of energy that happens within our body, within each of us. We pay a lot of attention to energy resources and energy outside of us, but we don't really pay a lot of attention to the inner energy. So he gives an example of a time where we feel where we're really tapped into that abundant energy within, because he says it's unlimited. It lives within us. It doesn't come from outside of us. All of the energy we need is abundant and unlimited inside. And he gives an example of when we're really feeling that, when you're first in love with somebody and you hardly need to eat or sleep. You're just super charged up by that emotion of love. And then conversely, something goes wrong. Something makes you shut down, and all of a sudden you can't do the dishes, or you're having a hard time getting out of bed, and even the most simple tasks seem like monumental. So that is, according to the Untethered Soul, that happens when we close down our energy centers. So when we stay open and receptive, we are really in tune with the flow of energy, and we can access that unlimited energy and those joyous feelings of love, inspiration, and energy all of the time. And then when something happens, we think it's an external situation triggers us, and we just close down, and all of a sudden our energy the source of our energy seems just to be completely cut off. So he explains a little bit more about energy. It's called Qi in Chinese medicine, referred to as Shakti in yoga, and in the Western culture we refer to it as spirit. So different names for it, but we all can relate to those times where we're feeling really revved up and on fire for life versus just down and not energetic and really tired. So here's what he says about energy. He says that spiritual energy is what you're experiencing when love rushes up into your heart. That is what you're experiencing when you're enthused by something and all this high energy comes up inside of you. Energy doesn't get old, it doesn't get tired, and it doesn't need food. What it needs is openness and receptivity. The only thing you have to know is that opening allows energy in and closing blocks it out. Okay, and so you simply realize that defining what you need in order to stay open actually ends up limiting you. If you make a list of how the world must be for you to open, then you have limited your openness to those conditions. Better to be open no matter what. So here it's kind of a challenge to stay open and happy no matter what the external circumstances are. And we can draw upon the knowledge that he brought to us in chapters 1 through 4, where he talks about creating that distance between the outer world and our true soul, ourself. So the more space we create, the more we are able to see things as outer events and not let them really influence our inner energy. So this is kind of one step further, talking about how we can have unlimited inspiration and unlimited energy in the face of anything. Here's what he says to do. If you really want to stay open, pay attention when you feel love and enthusiasm. Then ask yourself why you can't feel this all the time. Why does it have to go away? The answer is obvious. It only goes away if you choose to close. By doing so, you actually make a decision not to feel openness and love. So you feel love until somebody says something you don't like, and then you give up love. You feel enthused about your job until someone criticizes something, and then you want to quit. It's your choice. You can either close because you don't like what happened, or you can keep feeling love and enthusiasm by not closing. As long as you are defining what you like and what you don't like, you will open and close. You are actually defining your limits. You are allowing your mind to create triggers that open and close you. Let go of that. Dare to be different. Enjoy all of life. That's chapter 5, Untethered Soul.